All right, we're out here today. I'm going to show you 3 mods that I've done to the Ram, and I think really every truck owner is probably going to do these mods. And the biggest one that I haven't shown yet is this new tonneau cover. So let's take a look at that. It's this '09 tonneau cover. Now this thing, I think, looks awesome for the price. I paid about $680. I think they've gone up to 7 something now on Amazon, but I needed something that was solid. It's metal. I needed something that would secure my fishing gear. I've got a lot of fly fishing gear and other things that I just can't have someone ripping in there and taking thousands of dollars of fishing gear that I've accrued over the years. Another reason I wanted this over, say, one of the vinyl ones with the Velcro, it's this T-track right here. So this T-track system really enables you to put a lot of different mounting systems and rack systems above it. I've got a kayak that I may end up mounting up here in the future. So just having that versatility with the T-track system was important to me. Some people don't care about that, but I think it's worth it when you're going tonneau cover. I'm used to having a topper, a camper shell. So this is kind of a, in my opinion, a step down from the camper shell, but it definitely looks a lot cooler, that's for sure. So here's a little bit of a side profile on that. And obviously the only big downside with these hard retractables is the space you're going to lose up here. You do lose a lot of bed space in what I consider an already kind of short bed. So we'll see how that goes. Pop this open here. Now these are super easy to operate. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. You're just going to push this button down in this one and you pull it towards you a little bit, and then you can just release and let it go. And that's it. It's definitely got some good springs in it, that's for sure. But it's got a nice rail system. I like that. I like being able to just pull it open and open it up and you're good to go. There's how much space you're ending up taking up right here. Pretty decent amount of space, but it isn't the end of the world. Like anything in life, it's all about trade-offs. To give you an idea underneath how much space you end up losing there. If these beds were 6.5 feet long in this truck, it probably wouldn't be as big a deal, but it does cut into that space just a little bit. Now you do have the nice drains there, so if water gets on top, it's going to drain down and out. And I've tested this with a power washer. Actually works pretty good. Haven't had any issues with it leaking. So the only leaks I've had are, you know, when I open this up and actually get water in myself. So that's kind of nice. And then of course you do have the nice black covers there. I really like all 3 of those. So there, and there. You've got these sort of similar to the topper mounts that you would have. And you have 3 on the other side. Nice black. It just kind of ties it in with the rest of the black in these trucks and makes it look like it was factory a little bit more. We'll pull this back here. You'll hear it click. So that's where it kind of gives you a stopping point. So you don't have to go all the way in. You don't have to come all the way out. It does have a nice little stopping point there. Pull a little further here. And there you go, locks in with just one hand. Now, if I wanted to, I can lock this with a key. But I actually, if I was gonna do it all over again, I would get the version, they have the same exact one without this here. It's just flat black, it looks a little bit cleaner. You lose this lock, but since it actually locks automatically underneath here, in the one that doesn't have this lock, I actually think it would be a little cleaner look and just a better design. So I think this one looks fine, but it's definitely something to consider. You guys will have to let me know, do you have stuff that you store in yours? I know a lot of people just go with those vinyl tonneau covers. And you know, for me, I just have too many valuables that I actually want to put in the back and get locked. And I don't want people really having access to that. I really like these. This is probably one of my favorite mods for the wife and the kids and anybody who was complaining about getting into the truck. These Ram branded Mopar aluminum running boards. They are super durable. They've got really nice kind of ventilation or holes in there. You know, if you get ice and stuff in there, it's going to definitely help just with cleaning and power washing them. And they're extremely easy to install. There's only 3 points that you get underneath with some bolts, and man, the install only took maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And everything on these Ram trucks comes from the factory with the mount points. They are really expensive. You can pick these up. Sometimes people are selling them on Facebook Marketplace and you can pick them up for cheap. They're definitely one of my favorite running board styles on the Ram. I think Barry at C-Tech and others have put these on, and they just seem extremely high quality if you can maybe find them used. You know, I'm about 200 pounds, so they don't really flex a lot on the edges. So they seem pretty solid. They'll move the entire truck, and it's pretty easy getting out. So they're kind of positioned where when you get out of the truck, if you've even got some older folks, you know, you can get out, put your heels on them and step down pretty easy. Some steps aren't big enough. You know, when the steps don't have enough gap, these have a little bit more of a gap between the truck and the outside. Some people don't like running boards, but hey, I got begged by the wife to get these because getting in and out of the truck was a little bit more difficult than she wanted. Next mod is under the hood, and that's obviously this J&L catch can right here. I would actually recommend J&L. This tubing is extremely well built, great braiding. I've already done a video on this and shown even just in 1,000 miles how much oil I've already collected. If you've got a direct injection engine or even port injection, I would add a catch can to it. I think a lot of people ignore that. It's just going to keep your valves clean. Definitely a worthwhile mod. Now on this catch can, just keep in mind, if you're in like Canada or northern climates where you get a lot of freezing, you're gonna have to check this more often, and you may wanna just pull the catch can for the winter depending on what sort of climate you're in. I know that's been a concern. I saw that in the comments. People worried about water in it freezing and then causing a PCV problem. So just consider that. Your climate always matters, kind of like your oil type. Your climate matters. One thing I'm not gonna do to this, I don't think I'm gonna be tuning this engine. I see a lot of guys JB4 Cat 6 tuners with these trucks. I don't see the need. You know, this thing, even the standard output runs just fine. I don't know if I have more traffic around, you know, in the Colorado area than other people, but for me, gosh, I mean, you hit the gas in this thing and 2 seconds later, you're either at the speed limit or you're into the back of another car. So I just don't see a lot of reason to have a tune on this and risk voiding the warranty. And really, with the reliability of these modern turbo engines nowadays, I can't imagine why I want to, you know, take a bigger chance on causing a problem and then getting caught in warranty. So if you're worried about, you know, catch cans causing a problem with warranty, I see people, hey, if you install a catch can, is that going to cause a problem? Well, I don't think the catch can is going to cause a problem, and you can remove this in 5 minutes. But I can guarantee you, if they catch you doing a tune and you have an engine problem, you're probably going to be struggling to get good warranty work done. Another mod that I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go around the truck and I'm going to find all of these areas like this where I see these exposed wires where you have part of a harness or tape coming down and then you've got a little plug. I'm going to probably figure out the best way with, you know, some outdoor adhesive or some shrink wrap, and I'm going to go around the entire truck and see how many of these I can identify and probably seal them up. Now the next mod I think I'm going to do, you'll see that window's tinted. That tint's fine. I don't need it jet black. I'm probably going to tint these front windows just to get that looking nice and kind of get everything flowing a little bit. We've got the, you know, the black down there. I don't have two-tone, but the running boards kind of bring in some black, and then having black on the windows, on both those windows, I think will look really nice. But I do like the way it looks, especially with that tonneau cover. Only thing, again, I would change is I just wouldn't get the one that has the locking mechanism. Might even look a little bit cleaner without it. If you're looking at these 09 tonneau covers, I think they're really well built for the money, and you're not going to have to pay like a Paragon price for them. Sure, you're not going to mount like 300 or 400 pounds on it, but you don't really need that when you can use these T-tracks, bring something up, and you can put all the weight in the T-tracks. I don't really think you need this main part to be load bearing. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll see if I end up liking the fact that, you know, it's retractable and it takes up all that space up the front. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.